From the mind of Rob Fitzgerald, your elementary teacher of the year, back to the classroom.
Ladies, does anyone have a question?
Mr. Fitz, why did you become a teacher?
Great question. See, I was a very creative kid with a big imagination. I was always playing with my toys or pretending to be all sorts of imaginary characters from Star Wars, G.I. Joe, and of course, Spider-Man. But my imagination and creativity didn't fit into the school system back then. My first taste of not fitting in at school was in first grade. Miss Houston was an intimidating teacher who seemed like she was 1,000 years old to me. It was early on in the year and I was talking in class. Well, Miss Houston's punishments wouldn't fly today because what she did was taped my mouth closed and made me stand in front of the class for what seemed like an eternity. From that moment on, my trust for her and school was broken. I became mentally and emotionally checked out. Because I was never really mentally present in school, by the time I was in 5th grade, I really struggled, but especially with reading and spelling. I think that's why I make my spelling tests so fun, because I hated them. And then they put me in a special reading class, and I had to sit in the back of the room, and felt like I was dumb and couldn't learn. It was at this point I turned my pain and feeling of not belonging into every teacher's nemesis, the class clown. If I was not going to be smart, then I would be funny in order to be accepted by other students. As years went on and high school rolled around, I got by just enough to stay in athletics. But inside, I still felt like that 5th grader who wasn't smart or capable. Language arts class was the toughest for me. When we would read aloud in class, I would escape to the bathroom about 2 kids before my turn every time, and I wouldn't return until I was sure my turn had passed. I had too much shame and embarrassment to read aloud in front of anyone. So I finished high school, didn't apply to college, just got a job. I went to community school, but I just basically took courses so that I had some sort of credits going. And then one day I stumbled upon an old box of toys in my attic. I was excited to see my old stuff, but what I found would change my life forever. In that box was a notebook that I didn't remember. When I opened it, I was reintroduced to the creative, imaginative child that I once was. There were pages and pages of drawings of adventures and notes about my favorite characters. The amount of work I put into this blew my mind. I only remembered being stupid and lazy. This was not that person. This kid had so much going on in their mind. I realized I wasn't lazy or stupid. I was uninspired. It was right then that I decided to go back to school to be a teacher.
Wow, that is actually horrible. But why would you want to spend forever in school as a teacher if you hated it so much?
To avenge the wrongs of my past. In all those years of school, no one took the time to truly get to know me and see my talents. I had value all along, but couldn't see it in myself because it didn't fit the school mold. So I went back to college to become a teacher and fulfill my life's mission. What was incredible to me was how easy everything became from that point on. I soon realized that I unlocked something inside of myself, a drive to succeed.
Wow, Mr. Fitz. So what would you say to teachers starting this new school year?
Your story may not be like mine, but we can all learn something from it. Find the potential and small successes in kids and believe in them until they begin to believe in themselves. Capture their attention, their drive, and their hearts, and you will always capture their minds. Oh, and most importantly, remember, have fun this year.